to my thoughts on The Bear, Season 3, Episode 4, Violet. And this episode is rated TVMA, so will this video be another episode I love, like all the ones before it. And this video will have spoilers for this episode and all the ones before it. So, yeah, let's see, the first... Right, I think the very first thing was... let's see, Claire and Carmi talking, obviously at some point in the past before the season 2 finale, and yeah, they continue to be really sweet together. Also quite the scene between let's see, Richie and Ava was also very sweet. And also there was a little bit of sweetness in the scene between Sid and her dad as well. The early parts of the episode felt like they were directed by early Jim Jarmusch, which I'm here for. And yeah, let's see, I do not have much more to say about like the contents of the scenes. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of relatable moments between Sid and her dad. You're just saying things now, just you're not making a point. You're just saying what comes to mind, kind of thing. That's, yeah. I don't know. This seems to be something that happens when someone gets past a certain age, where they start just saying the first thing that pops. I say it with love. There's a lot of senior frickin' citizens that I absolutely adore. And let's see, yeah, I appreciate the thing about, you sound like Cousin Neil, very true. Does sound like, yeah. What's Frank? Honestly? And let's see. Yeah, I thought they did a really good job with, I didn't fully think through the implications, but, Sid runs into this guy who's like, yeah, let's see. Is he a reviewer, or was it one of his friends? I think it was him who's the reviewer. Maybe one of his friends. And, like, oh, so how's the food? Oh, it was excellent, and yeah, low profile, didn't want to, that's why you didn't know. And then by the end of the episode, we're being reviewed, that's a great little, because, like, we remember that scene from earlier in the episode, but we didn't fully think, because, a lot happens in an episode. Not as much plot progression as some would like, but yeah, we don't fully think, oh, well, does that mean they're being reviewed? If there was, so yeah. And let's see, that brings us to, yeah, and the thing about, the communication between front and back, and, Carmi doesn't pick up immediately. No, Sid's talking about you. She's not talking about Richie. She already brought up about changing yeah. And I like the thing about, okay, so maybe taste it before you get pissy. I'm not pissy. Again, very relatable. It's, if you're raising a valid point and someone else says, oh, you're being so angry, that's really frustrating. Like, no, just listen instead of just, yeah. Let's see, what was the other thing? Yeah, the two, Neil and the other, that was also a great, and, Carmi comes in, I hate this feeling, to talk to us. We nailed it. Did you? The coffin, maybe. And, let's see, what else? I like that Richie dislikes Pete so much. Who, again, 100%, Pete is the character I relate the very most to on this show. Richie dislikes him so much that even when he's told, oh yeah, he's a big Fricken fan, William Fricken. Yeah, he still doesn't like him. He's not like, oh, fair enough, maybe I misjudged him. He's like, I don't think I'm gonna be watching one with him. It's also like, I'm pretty sure Nat knew that's what would be the answer. But yeah, like, I would be shocked if, some of the major movies William Fricken is known for, And yes, that is apparent. Supposedly, that is how you pronounce his name. That's how I heard it pronounced by literally every single person who did this behind the scenes thing. And I feel like, he is the kind of person who would be furious if people kept mispronouncing his name on purpose. He's constantly correcting people. So either all of them were purposefully screwing with him, or that really is his name. And either way, I'm down to go along with, yeah. The two of the most prominent William Fricken movies are The Exorcist, the original one, and the first French Connection movie. And I would be shocked beyond belief if Ritchie wasn't a huge fan of at least one of those. And certainly, French Connection, amazing movie. Wish it was less fashy, but, I think I might need to rewatch The Exorcist. I might not have been... Yeah. It's a long time since I watched it. Let's go with that. Now, let's see... I think that pretty much leaves... Oh, right, and the thing the guy said with, oh yeah, the food was excellent. It was not very carby. No, it's both of us, Let's see... I kind of love Ibrahim, the thing with, oh, it's like General Hospital. I worked in a hospital once. People died. Yeah, yeah. And let's see, yeah, and the customer is like full of suggestions, and is like, oh, I think you should be doing this instead of that, and it's like, holy crap. If he was criticizing Trump like that, he'd probably be deported regardless of whether or not he's actually an immigrant. And I think that might pretty well cover... Yeah, just really, really excellent conclusion there at the end with, yeah, they're being reviewed, and there's gonna be pictures and the whole, and they're already feeling like we're not ready for this. So yeah, this show's really good at coming up with new situations that they're not prepared to handle yet. I like the scene between Josh Hartnett, Waldo, and Richie, and this thing of like, I should have asked, or let's see, I should have given a heads up before, proposing, and this whole thing, child of divorce, so he's like, feeling bad. And I do like at first, Richie, because he's Richie, and because it's often true, he's like, fuck did I do now? I don't know what you've been told. I did it right, okay? Carmi is being so unreasonable, and meanwhile, Waldo's just like, no, I wanted to apologize to you, and Richie's like, I'm sorry, I still don't understand. What am I supposed to apologize to you for? You're gonna have to be more specific, And the Michelin star thing, and he starts talking about tires because Michelin is also tire. That was also pretty fun. Like, sometimes I'm a man of simple pleasures. I like when Richie goes off on a rant.